Hello there gamers, I'm Drakov, I play Salmon Run a lot. Today I'm back with another episode of Daily Salmons, and our weapon set today is very interesting. It's polarizing. So right here, it looks rather weak on first sight, but they have been saying that they think it's actually strong. Which I personally find hard to believe still, but we'll see how it goes, right? My first up, Aerospray. I believe we've had it before. A lot of energy, so the further you're away, the less shots you're gonna hit. The point blank, fairly good DPS. Because the hits works similar like Junior. You want to avoid jumping, then you're gonna consistently hit it. And also similar to Junior, it does have very good ink efficiency as well. Mobility and stuff. It's gonna be weaker at range. Stronger goes up. Not much more to say about this. Simply enough weapon. Carbon roller. It's interesting to put Aerospray and Carbon roller both in the same rotation because they both wanna be up close and stuff and very mobile. So the only thing that the Carbon can actually roll. Oh, how did I get a double hit there? Certainly I just did. And normally what is gonna happen against chumps is you're just gonna bounce back if you try to roll them from full health. It only really rolls small frays and rush chumps. Everything else you probably just wanna flick spam. I mean, not probably, you definitely just wanna flick spam. And the challenge for steelheads, you've seen it right there. 2-shot is possible, but it's inconsistent. Those were 3. Wow, still 3. See, the max damage is... Wait, that's not 150. Okay, this is like an actual meme right now. Normally you should get it from this distance. Now I suddenly got it. This is just so strange. Don't know, feels like you do get it from this distance in live games, but maybe not. Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is the 2-hit kill with the vertical flicks and stilts, it is possible, but it's inconsistent. Also, 3-hit kill in 1 cycle is also possible, by the way, but for that the timing is really precise. To be how the 1 cycle worked back in the day before the Carbon was buffed in the old game. Get actually that less damage. Maybe use the help. Yeah, you can, but you might still miss the... There's a lot of RNG here. Relic hitbox. Right, and for bigger targets, there is this new relic attack I've mentioned a bunch. You can like flick into them and then keep the roller down and get some hits. Doesn't seem to quite work on the Cohog dummy here. Do not know everything about this myself yet, so I'm gonna try out some stuff, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Like those, that seems to work. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you need to be close. So what that also means is it's preferable if you are not the host, because that means the code will be slower to attack you. If you're hostage, will take you the fastest, and it might just step you back before you get to the thing. You need to approach it first and all. Now that is carbon. Very mobile, but also very short ranged. Much aerospray except it's a roller. Whenever you cannot do the bugged rail kinda multi-hit thing, just spam flicks. Horizontal and vertical do this. Yeah, they do. So if you have high ground on steelhead, you can also just horizontal flick and that will be faster. No ground is gone. So you can maybe also do this at point blank. I need to try this more. Maybe or maybe not. You saw the 97 there. I have to experiment with this. Explosion. This is probably the most interesting one here. In the overfishing scene, we also have a different name for it. That is the other cheat bucket. No, the other cheat bucket. That is the actual cheat bucket. Is the Grisco Slosher, of course. And why we call them that is because they can do things that no other weapons can do, pretty much. But the Explosion, what it can do is the shots act as bombs for some enemies, not for all of them, but for some. So it can actually hit the flyfish launchers with the main weapon, as well as Mudmouth. The Mudmouth basically is the new Dynamo Seeking, if you will. Can inflate the scores quite a bit with Mudmouth on the comp. That means no one has to ever spend bombs if he pushes up to speed. Turning the Mudmouth and just blowing them up. The flyfish, obviously, as long as the explosion can get to them, it can save bombs. Explosion's just gonna remove them. But since there's a lot going on in day waves, of course, you shouldn't rely on it. Like, you're close to a flyfish and the explosion is nowhere near it, just bomb it still. You'll notice the upside of this the most on high tide, because everything is closer, obviously. Alright, so that is the thing with the quote-unquote cheat bucket anyway. For normal enemies, it's rather slow and low DPS and low mobility. What you wanna try to do is get multi-hits and double hits a lot. Hits like such, it fires piercing shots, so +S fire right through them. For Cohawks, the other big targets like bosses, what you wanna do is get double hits like so. This you want the projectile to go into the ground right as it hits them. Get the double hit. Like fire just right through them. Just gonna get it. Not the actual explosion. The steel hits are a bit weird here in the testing range. That is not how they actually work in game. They are always a two-shot. The shot will explode on them. However, what you need to watch for here is the timing. You are far enough away, you need to pre-fire it a bit, and the aiming can also be hard because of the target actually moving and stuff. The more you do it, the better you will get a feel for it, but you might be failing it a lot if you are new to this. Which is of course very annoying, but yeah, just expect that you will be failing a bunch. Then you can prepare for it. Either way, you should be able to finish it in 2 cycles. Because one hit you're always gonna hit. The first hit is the hard one to get, the second one is the easy one. Then the projectile is just where it is, and you can just aim at it and do it, and you're gonna hit it. The pre-fire is the hard part. Right, and finally, a little thing about the movement that I learned only recently. I mean, now what I'm doing now is I'm going into kit farm and then firing and strafing. Don't know if you noticed something. Now what I'll do instead is quit after every shot, Octo in my case. You see, if I do that, I'm more mobile. I cover more horizontal distance. That is really useful. Dang it, map rotation. Away from me to red. Yep. Flip that again then. Yeah, like, starting from the second shot, I'm slowing down here. I'm just swimming every time, then always get the fast strafe speed. Can be useful when I'm getting rushed by lessers and stuff and trying to get save space. Finally, Jet Squelcher. Just one shot small phrase now, but still 3 shots comes. It's like decent, I guess. But it's the Jet. It's not gonna be amazing in DPS for sure. Yeah, it certainly is a notable upgrade from the old game where it was just really low DPS. But I believe Splatter Shot and similar weapons are worse than this. So still, what you mainly wanna do is use the stuff that your long range is good is. That is remove stingers, remove fish sticks, deal with rain. Just did ship damage things. Oh yeah, and steel hits, of course. Also, one really nice thing is that the steel hit 1 cycle is a lot more lenient now than it used to be. In the old game, you basically couldn't miss a single shot or else you would fail the 1 cycle. Now you can probably miss 1 or 2. Maybe even like get blocked by a whole chum. I don't know, don't have enough experience with it yet. Because the way you miss shots is usually you get blocked. There's just too much stuff in front, or you have bad positioning or something. It happens. Or of course bad aim, that can happen as well. Yeah, those are the weapons. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention about the carbon. It has a bit of a set stinger matchup, unfortunately. Things are roller, the split roller, also the dynamo, but the dynamo is also bad for stinger. But yeah, those bigger rollers, they can now double putt the stingers if you hit them like from the side, but the carbon cannot do it to my knowledge. So you have to flick it every single putt pretty much. Which is rather slow, and due to the small hitbox it also isn't exactly great at hitting lessers and stinger at the same time. Can maybe still do it, sort of, but it's a lot harder. Anyway, if you are still the closest to a stinger, then by all means go for it still. Not quite as good as like the split roll and the flingser that can actually multitask a bit at a stinger. Right, let's get into the games as usual. Huh. There's a player here that I actually know. Because the first thing I get to play is the freaking Explosion, but hopefully I will get carried here. I'm just doing random things here right now. What is next? Alright. Can get that Drizzler Tarp. Ah, yeah. Where are you? Actually killed that as Explosion. Like slow as heck. I think the jet missed the kill. Oh, dang it! That was really bad inputs by me. I can't survive there. I was trying to paint there, but I cancelled my shots too early. Or rather, I didn't even cancel them, but they didn't go off because I pressed ZL way too fast. That is how I trapped myself in, I think. Oh, 44, that is insane. And you know, there's an overfisher in the lobby. Raising, oh please don't be rush. Nice! Well, I might actually overfish this one. And exactly the right player does have the Explosion as well. I just support the next. Whoops! Oh no! Jump button. Sorry. That reef slider was not good, that was another misinput. Been better. Ah, I messed up this wave so horribly. And then another high tide. Ignite. Please don't be rush. Oh, okay. Could be nice, this could be awful, we'll see. Sometimes you have random ink problems with the carbon too. Just a roll after all. Can be ink hungry. At least when it comes like bomb usage. Isn't what you can still do even with carbon. If you just flick then of course it does have some ink. And I wanna focus just for the most part anyway with this. Boss Mary. Ah, so down. Missiles everywhere are really bad. That's of course. Oh, so much missed potential. We didn't get 150. Too high tight map. Put up. I think I have more on this, right? I think I got like over 80 on the last hydroplant rotation. That was a freelance 170, completely insane. Since I know this person, I'm actually gonna... Oh no, let's see what happens. But let us get a Cohozuna faster too. Game. Wish I that other game first. No, basically. Better this time, but probably for less scar. I'm not seeing high-tide Mudmouth again, probably. That's not what I was hoping to do with a scrapper, but fine. Splashers are also really good at dealing with stingers, except when that happens. Need to get out of here. I actually ran out of ink. We are safe now. And fish sticks are really annoying for Explosion. Can get good angles on them, but they are very precise. I'm also trying to get the bug on the flyfish here. You can one-shot them even. You hit like right between the launchers. Like roughly in the center of the lids is where you have to hit. Not consistent, but sometimes you get it. Lots of flyfish kill I'm not getting. The rain that is so hard to see just drops me before I can throw the act. I think we had one from somewhere else. But this is the third high-tide night and the second game already. Rush. And Jet Scratcher does not one-shot rush charms. visual awareness right now. I thought the glove place went on me, that's why Inkjet and they went on me. Oh, that be. But I can stall a bit still. Fell down, oh shit. Could be bad. Typical. Always more likely to die when not aggroed than when aggroed. I have no specials for this. But hopefully be fine still. Once again I'm cheating with a good teammate. Back to basket. Next. There's a thing you'll also see me doing a lot. Load them out and then not put in the eggs. I can be there for a bit. And I can grab them while I'm looking for the next. Needed to get rid of these missiles there before I go up. Usual eggs. Joshua doesn't come in time and make one cycle himself. Unless I miss. I'm in rain, where is it? Okay. Just that cycle too. Well, got them both. Yeah, every time. Hey, we got the 9s, the false 9s. This is an unusually a point score after 2 games as well. I did get that first game. Now if you get more golden eggs, you'll also get more drop points. In other words, get more chunks faster if you play a lot. That is how Brian got into overfishing, by the way. Now, he used to do only PvP and stuff. Eventually he discovered Salmon Run because he needed chunks. Got hazard level max on freelance with overfishers. Oh, we met him. Just don't get overrun by the here. Where did I get that egg from? I didn't notice. And we absolutely don't need to lure everything to basket and stuff, we just need to keep the middle clean from the eggs. Really common mistake that people make on low tide. The eggs are pretty much open now, no, not anymore. Little things. Big shot in the middle. Two of them, I believe. There's our Twitter. Oh! Then I jump at Rush fast. And suddenly lit over me. Bro did not go off anymore as usual. Found someone else, I can go for the stinger. Get beaten to it, yep. There's not much else going on now, just a farm egg. The spray is a good weapon to drain through the silicious as well. Waited a bit there to make sure we are not hitting both the same launcher. Oh wow. Yeah, that was greedy of me. I step back there, but instead of going into the wall immediately. Where are the big shots? It's the only DPS in the set I deal with them, but alright, they beat me to it. Simply due to being closer. I was busy getting revived. Oh, the car here. I'm in and... There's a world where you can actually just shoot them there, but it isn't a good comp for doing that. That's just like no refill. So I may be housed here, not sure. That might have also contributed to me dying to the chumps there. If you are housed, then lessers are gonna attack you frame perfectly pretty much. If you're not housed, there might be some lag. They might sometimes ignore you. I was able to roll that because those chumps were weak. The detail there. They're painted off a bit, you can roll them as carbon. So wait a bit for resolve there. Not the jet. Good damage. Gonna prioritize far X here. The closer ones will likely be gotten by others. Now this is a juicy blow high. Gets 3 buses, that is really rare. So definitely not gonna be a problem. Just doing that there. There's absolutely no need to load the stuff. But Bush's already going out, so I can save main and use it for some lesser cleanup at the end. What about now? Third game instead of Cohozuna. You're disappointing me. Or maybe in the fourth. Bit of decent odds, right? 30%, maybe, I don't know. We almost got a bonus in 3. Both been something. If you're overfishing, you will probably get it in 3. With pretty much any energy ever. This is freelance. Possibly lower. Hey, it's the Mothership. Pay attention to snatchers. Like, we can ignore that side over there. Not ignore, but leave the X. Whoops. I fell down while grabbing that. Grab it in mid-air and get back onto the platform. Already had neck. I think I missed that. Oh, I didn't. For a sprint, Mothership is just boring because short range. Much prefer getting long range on Mothership. On the right missed, but yeah, we covered him. Something you can always do is explosion with fish sticks anyway is hint up the wall. Nice turn. Come on. Just with the... Yeah, I'm not boring, old-fashioned way. Other way anyway. Let's do 1 second maybe. Missed the pre-fire. Hit it here. Okay, someone else Get the kill. Oh, that was like completely missed. It moved, was my aim just off. Good thing this isn't on me, so I can actually do this kind of stuff. There's a lot of drizzlers. Just kill it. Do not wanna deal with that rain. Longer. They push over there. Get respawned. Wave 3, I just dash in with that. Fortunately this death wasn't triggered. I mean, it's fine. Oh, dang it! Did not mean to fall down there. I wanted to stay on the ramp. Up. I seized my movement and aiming. They just woke up, I guess. Wait, 4 games instead of Cohozuna, that is so unlucky. We might also not get it in the 5th because randoms haven't stayed with us ever. Should have a really good chance the next one though. Look at that, we're getting more drop points in this one than any other episode this time. I've been thinking I might actually do an extra Twinlance season of Daily Salmons at some point. I think the time is not now. I do want a game to like get a bit older pretty much. And just to get more experience at it, I want there to be more maps. Possibly also some updates to how the whole matchmaking, the user interface and stuff works. Because the thing with Twinlance right now is it is rather hard to exchange your randoms. What you have to do is click leave and then wait a bunch to actually get rid of them and stuff. It's really not the same as it was in the old game. Of course you can also just keep them to get the faster matchmaking and stuff. Yeah, it will be a different kind of Twinlance for sure. Useless as around basket need to die. That's car. Yo. Rolling eel tails is good, by the way. If you can get into good positions, then always feel free to do it. I'm gonna get multi-hits because I do not know exactly why, but it's not gonna bounce you back. Really strange, but that's just how the game works. But there's grapples and stuff that's still gonna bounce you. I also meant to try the Cohog thing more, but it can come up often because there are almost like chumps and small fries around it, and then you wanna flick spam anyway. Run. Like I have basket, but I just wanna get rid of it and get the next one. Unless I miss. Oh, this ambush. Oh no. That was a spawn from the other side. But here. Okay, this is here though, I can answer this. Rapper is likely following me. Not anymore. A cannon. It's always where I look last. That is coming my way and I'm just a little jet squelcher. Done. We got away with that. What's the last one alive I didn't see yet? I think it was an actual random. Yes. Take everything I'm doing here with a grain of salt. I do not know what the ideal positioning for every weapon is. I mean, this is right here is probably better for the aerospray than where I started. Not of randoms to stupid things like that. Let's use that now. With him. Ugh! Nice. Ugh. I was not quite ready for that, my bad. The moment I saw where it was coming from, I was already in the way. This is a bit of a problem with the set, it's really bad at stunning villas. Look at this, the RNG just doesn't let me solo stun this easily. Just messing around with wall jumps there. There's our cousin. Okay, as expected. Probably at like 70-80% now to get it. Not flat out 100. gonna farm some lessers here. And this is just sad. Finish that. I'll help with other things. First, I'm actually still at 1 cycle with the Explosion. This is a good wave breaker. The jet should have stayed where they were. I might stay here to splash damage. Shut up, please. Right, that was slow, but we got there. Could have had a lot faster if the jet just stayed there and didn't let the Cohozuna back onto the X. Oh, look at that! 1 silver and 2 gold. Love to see it. Look at these low ranks, the golds are really damn rare. At hazard level max, it's 3% per skill to get a gold. Under that, of course, it's even less than 3%. So this is a really premium drop. Right, thanks for the games. This will also mark the end of the episode. How did we even get? Almost 2,000. There's a lot of drink tickets that I am never gonna use. Because I have other chunks anyway. I really just want money and not getting any. I'm still broke. I need to play more PvP, dang it. I have literally less than 50k now, probably. At least we got 2 gold skills, I guess. Alright, unfortunately I could not show off real freelance with us. That the playout we got. And I think this was still pretty good. Actually, I think this is our first episode in the season that play without a loss. That is nice. Oh yeah, next rotation is spawning grounds again. That also looks interesting. I'm not a fan of the Trace Slasher there. Something else. But the Blob Lava is gonna be very strong, and the Splat Roller. It has its upsides, and I do like it personally. The Stringer is also fun. Whether it's good enough or not, though, remains to be seen. That will be tomorrow or 2 days. Thanks for watching.